Hello, this is Infra Arcana. It is a free game by Martin Tornquist. It was first released in 2011. He has been updating it, through the years. And you see at the top there, this is a recent development build. He has been putting in some new stuff of late, so that's cool. I haven't played it before. I just found out about it just happened to find out about it. I think it was a video on YouTube called something like Top 5 Roguelikes for New Players. I don't know why I clicked on this video. I have not been playing roguelikes. I haven't played a roguelike since I was a kid, and I played the one. This was probably back in the late 80s. There was a 1988 roguelike called Omega. I played that, I think, at a computer lab at the local science center, at the Seattle Science Center. And I never got anywhere because it was so complicated. I would just get killed by guards in town when I was trying to explore the town. Anyway, here we are in Infra Arcana. This is a modern but traditional style roguelike. I don't think there's a mouse control option, keyboard control. If you die, you restart. There's no reloading your character. You start with a new character. That character is dead. You just had to do a new one. We'll get into the options once I get into the game. It does track your deaths, but we'll see that in a more fun way in a second. So let's just start a new journey. This has an H.P. Lovecraft inspired setting. Also, he said in one of the files that he takes inspiration from the PC game Blood, which actually my first job in the game industry was testing. I was doing some patch testing, but it was really testing the sequel to Blood, Blood 2, which was notoriously not a great game, and I found a lot of bugs, but they still released it. Anyway, War Veteran seems to be the default option here, and probably the simplest. I haven't explored anything in this game. I basically just got it and poked around with it. This is the first time I'm actually kind of trying to sit down to play it. I haven't been playing roguelikes, so I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm going to die a lot. But there's something super compelling about this, and it actually has had me just diving into the roguelikes world in the past week and obsessing over it completely. So thank you, Martin Tornquist. This game really fascinates me, and it has gotten me into roguelikes. We'll see how long I can stick it out. But there don't seem to be that many people making videos of this game, which is a shame. So hopefully this will get some attention for it. I think it's pretty cool. So I'm just going to do War Veteran. That's kind of a tough person. Not a fancy person, just a tough person. And here you got to pick a starting trait. Tap to view unavailable traits. I have not tried that. Oh boy. Live. Well, those are unavailable, so let's get back to the availables. I don't want to, I can't absorb too much of this at once. I have no idea, again, what I'm doing in roguelikes. They are notoriously, traditional roguelikes are notoriously sort of opaque, and it takes a while to learn your way around them, I think. And it's certainly I'm going to be no exception. So I have shock resistance if I take the default cool-headed. That sounds good. Evade attacks, rods recharge. See, this is all more technical as you go down. Regenerating a hit point sounds good. That would probably help. Is that better than cool-headed? I don't know. I don't. Well, shock is a fundamental thing. So maybe I better just stick with that. We'll see what shock is. I have not been picking cool names. Let's try to get a interesting name. So I picked a military veteran, right? So I was thinking I would do something like, what's the abbreviation for captain, the proper one? Oh, I don't know. I had a better name in mind, and now it's completely gone from my mind. Am I going to die in droves? So this is the story. There is often not very much story in roguelikes. It's really all about the story you make as you just try to survive. It's all an excuse to go get a MacGuffin at the bottom of the dungeon, basically. I mentioned that I played a roguelike from 1988 called Omega. That one started you off in a town above a dungeon. This one starts you off in a small little wilderness area, but it's not a true wilderness area. Omega was its claim to fame. Apparently, this is reading up on it here in modern times, is that it was the first roguelike, this was in 1988, to have a wilderness area that you could explore and find other dungeons and things. Before that, there was, for instance, a roguelike in 1983 called Moria, which had a Tolkien theme. That one had a town, but no wilderness outside it, and then a dungeon under the town. And then the earliest roguelike was a game called Rogue, which is why the genre has become named roguelikes. Rogue was from I think it was just 1980, and that one you just start at the top level of a dungeon, no town or anything like that. And in fact, if I have time tomorrow, I will be playing a version of Rogue, because that game seems pretty fun. But here we are in Infra Arcana. Now the name, I don't know, I haven't seen an explanation from the author for what the name comes from, but if you look up Intra Arcana, this game is called Infra with an F, but if you look up Intra Arcana on Wikipedia, that is a papal bull from the Pope, I think Clement VII in 1529? 27? Anyway, 1500s. And it granted the Holy Roman and Spanish Emperor Charles V, I think, sort of granted him holy permission to go and convert the heathens in the New World by force, if necessary, essentially. So, and this game is set in, I think it's set in New England. Now, the author is European, so that's an interesting choice. But the game is set, I believe, in New England in the early 1900s. So, but that is the Lovecraft milieu. I mean, that's when and where Lovecraft was writing in New England in the early 1900s, I think. I don't really actually know much about Lovecraft. See, Lovecraft has never grabbed me, and horror has never grabbed me, but something about this game just really gets me interested. So here we are. This top area, it's not a real wilderness. It's just this little sort of park around, something that we'll see. I don't think it's procedurally generated because, for instance, there's always this pond with this little island with its 3 piles of bones, which you cannot pick up. See if I hit G, which would pick things up. That doesn't pick anything up. If I hit V, which is our view command, I guess, see, most of the other roguelikes I've looked at so far use the command X for examine to look around. This one does have a nice targeting, so I'm moving this with the cursor, the arrow keys, and it tells you what's under the target reticle. So it's just these piles of bones. Gotta swim back out. Oh, wow, the church is all red right now. That's not normal, is it? Why is the church all red? Will view tell me why it's red? No. Usually it's mostly gray, I thought. Maybe I'm getting confused. But I really love the graphic presentation of this game. That was the very first thing that grabbed me. Well, that and I suppose the ambient sounds, which we're not hearing right now, but they'll kick in at some point. Oh, I said we would look at the graveyard. So the graveyard is actually in front of this church. That building is a church. I only have one grave. See, I think I just... I installed this new build from 4 days ago, and it wiped out my previous deaths. But we've got this one, so when I nudge into it, it says down at the bottom... I just had the name blah, war veteran type, died today. I died really shamefully. I turned off an option to warn me when new monsters appeared, and about 30 seconds later, 2 cultists got the drop on me because I did not have the warning, and they just gunned me down. So I put the warning back on. So here's the church. It's an old ruined church, abandoned. There's plants growing in here. Walls are crumbling. There's these pews. Is that what it calls them? Church bench, yeah. I wonder if we can kick a church bench. Will that get me in trouble? The K or W is kick. I kicked the church bench. Well, it didn't hurt it. I'm probably going to hurt myself if I keep it up. Well, it's not doing anything. So the only thing here that you can really interact with is the stairway down, I believe. Now, before we do that, because then we get into danger territory, I don't think there are any monsters here. I've not found anything to... not found any secrets, which doesn't mean much, but let's look at some of the things we can do in terms of options. So the command list, and I'll have to come back to this a lot, but I don't think there is a search button. So yeah, I don't think I'm missing anything. This game does not overwhelm you. It's a bit of a minimalist roguelike in the sense that it doesn't throw that much text at you, and that includes the command list. Now, you might look at this list of commands and think that's a lot to memorize, and it is, especially for a chump like me, but as far as roguelikes go, that's nothing. 2 of the other roguelikes that I think I'll be looking at, maybe not until a week from now, they have probably 5 or 6 times as many keys. So this one, he's really kept it to a remarkably low number of keys to use, and that could be good. It could turn out to make it feel like it needs more fleshing out. I don't know what I'm doing, so we'll just have to see. So far, it's definitely helpful in that I don't feel too overwhelmed by the number of things the commands. But there doesn't seem to be a search, which is fine, because that means I don't have to waste time doing a search command on everything as I'm trying to figure out what's what. Now, I'm moving around with the arrow keys, which are only, the 4 cardinal directions. If I want to use diagonals, well, I can hit 2 arrow keys, up and left, and that does seem to do true diagonal movement. Some of the older roguelikes I've tried do not do that. Also, he has this interesting thing where you can hold shift, and if I hit, say, the right arrow key, while holding shift, it'll move me up, right, diagonal. And if I hit left, up, left, diagonal. Now, if I want to go down, I hold control, and if I hold then left, it moves me down diagonal. So if you really want to do diagonal movement while still using arrow keys, true diagonal movement, you can use shift and control. Unfortunately, that does get in the way of what a typical roguelike convenience, which is like a quick travel, or I'm not sure if that's the correct term, but where if I use the numeric pad, which is of course 9 keys in a numeric entry format, and so you've got diagonals, and over here on the numeric pad, if I hold shift and hit a numeric direction, it will move until I hit something. Now, it's a little... See, I'm holding shift this whole time, but it stops every time I come to like a what it interprets as a turn, which really is just these trees widening here, and then this bush that I walked past. So it's because he's got so much detail that the fast travel does not work. Like here, I'm trying to fast travel, but it stops at every opening between benches. So it's so fast travel, I'm not missing much by not having that access to that, because I'm using the arrow buttons, because there's so much detail that he puts into these maps, and that's actually it's a very specific design decision, and it's not something you see in a lot of roguelikes, because you see that roguelikes are famous. The early roguelikes were written for mainframe computers. or well, terminals accessing mainframe computers at universities. They're usually, written by computer science students, and and so all those computers had for displays was letters. All you could put on the screen was letters. You couldn't do pixel graphics except for letters. So this game, you see here, the default display is not ASCII letters, as they're often called ASCII. Although they use extended character sets, which is more like ANSI, but whatever, it doesn't matter. You see these little graphical tiles, as the nomenclature goes, in roguelikes, tile graphics. Now we'll go into options. You can switch the tiles off. If I can hit the right key. And it did a little refresh. So here is ASCII, or what is, referred to as ASCII in roguelike parlance. This looks bad. This does not look like a church suddenly, does it? So it's fascinating because it really looks like I wonder if he had tiles in mind from the very beginning, or if those came along later, but they must have come along pretty early on in development, because this was clearly designed for tiles. If you tried playing this in ASCII, you would be like, what the heck? The effect of the setting would be lost on you, I think. So yeah, it's really fascinating, because this is the first technically ASCII roguelike I've seen. Well, no, there are some these days. You see some other graphical roguelikes where you can switch on ASCII characters, but it looks really weird. Sometimes it'll be mixing the characters with graphical backgrounds. This one, it goes full, ASCII or ANSI, but it just does not look right. And all the gorgeous interior detail just becomes this noise that's really hard to read with your eyeballs. So it's kind of a fascinating design choice that he's made, but I think it's a very successful one. So I can really credit that with drawing me in, because I'm visually oriented, and I'm not sure. I was scared. I was looking at this and another game that used the same tile set that I happened to find. Let's turn those back on. And I, then in the course of becoming fascinated with roguelikes and obsessed over a few days, I was looking at other roguelikes, but I couldn't stand to consider playing ASCII-only ones. And then I overcame that several days later, and now I have found a couple ASCII ones that I think looked really nice. But that's because they're designed specifically for ASCII, whereas this is pretty clearly not. So I think this display looks really cool, though, with the tiles. These tiles are made by a company called Oryx Design Lab. I think that's just oryxdesignlab.com. Something. If you Google Oryx Design Lab, you'll find it. They're in Seattle, interestingly enough, which is the big city near me in Washington State. Not too near me, but that's where I lived up until 3 years ago. It's just a super, super well-designed tile set. If you look, a lot of roguelikes these days, even the old ones, are converting to using or having the option to use graphical tiles. But they tend to use a pixel art style where you've got, multiple colors, like 16 color sprites or something. And to me, most of them look pretty bad. Just not attractive. Whereas this was a brilliant design, I think. I'm not sure why my character is purple. Oh, it's because my shock level is high. So when you move back and forth, time doesn't pass. If I don't hit keys, time does not pass. This is a turn-based game, but moving back and forth makes time pass. So you notice my shock, it's hard to read in that purple color in the upper right on the stats in that right-hand bar. My shock is at 83%. If it gets up to 100% or over 100%, I will risk raising my insanity, which is a permanent thing. When you go down the stairway, though, your shock will reset to 0. You can also do a few things to reduce your shock, like turning on your electric lantern. You see my lantern number there is 150. That's how much charge I have in my lantern. I'm not sure if there's a way to recharge the lantern. I did find another lantern at one point, so maybe you just have to find lanterns. But the shortcut for that is E. So watch my shock, which is 83%, go down when I turn my lantern on. So now it went down by 20, and I'll turn it off so I don't waste battery. Oh, but then my shock went back up to 83. So I guess you would have to turn it on and run for the stairway if you were really in trouble. You can also, I think I start with, 2 flares, which also will light the area around you. I'm not sure how many turns they last. I suppose you could light them and throw them. I suppose I could maybe throw my lantern. But darkness definitely plays a key role in this. I mean, this is HP Lovecraft settings, so you got the whole, creeping horrors in darkness, which we will begin to see as soon as I work up the nerve to go down those stairs. So, were there any other options I wanted to cover first in this bloody looking church? I don't think it's actual blood. There will be blood down below. We'll see that. Let's look at the options. You can turn off the ambient sounds if you don't like them. I think they're really nice. Oh, I meant to have this on so I wouldn't have... If you turn this on, you get a little load hitch when you run the game. Actually, I guess I don't want that. We'll just have maybe little tiny, almost invisible hitches as it loads new ambient sounds as we progress. You can turn this to VI keys. VI keys is sort of a specialized... I'm not sure what that comes from, but it's like the... I think it's like GHJK... No, maybe it's HJKL, which is a row of 4 keys on sort of the right-hand side of a keyboard. And then I think it's like H and L are left and right, and J and K are up and down. And then the keys that are sort of diagonals around the H key are your diagonals. So V or Y is up left, U is up right, B is down left, N is down right. I find that would take some getting used to. I'm not using that anyway. It's not nearly as comfortable for me position-wise as the arrow keys. I'm using a laptop, but it does have arrow keys and a numeric keypad. It's a fairly large laptop. This, I would like to be able not to do this, but it really doesn't. It's really jarring to me when I don't have the view centered. Not because, see, I like this. This is really smooth. This is like if you play Rogue. Rogue is a single screen game. So the levels are only as big as a single terminal screen. So, the view does not follow the player because you never can leave the view. The level is not bigger than the screen. So that works really well for Rogue. In this game, so watch what'll happen. I'm not sure this level's big enough. Yeah, so it jumps. And to me, that's super jarring. So I don't think I can really play this way. I'm not sure there's a way, the designer would have to get around that. Unless you did like a sort of smooth pan over, but that would probably be annoying too. So I'm just going to leave it on center view, which is the default setting. I haven't tried changing the font. I like these fonts, so I'm not going to mess with that right now. You can set it to full screen. I have it on non-full screen. I just have it maximized. Actually, I don't have it in a maximized window, do I? I meant to. There we go. I just gained some room. Oh, yeah. See, I had stretched it to this almost maximized screen, which was oh, dry throat. Sorry. You can resize. I meant to just run it maximized like this because I wanted to be able to see my taskbar to make sure I'm actually recording, which that red dot on that icon in the notification area on the lower right tells me I'm recording, which is good. I know this is not exciting combat or anything, but I just feel like somebody should go over this. Scale graphics, I'm running in 1080p. I don't think I'm getting that scaling, that 2x scaling. So I don't know what, you might have to be in 4K or 1440 or something to be able to get that 2x scaling going, which is a little disappointing because I feel like this character is a little tiny for me to see at 1080p here. So I kind of wish I could get a 2x. I would really go for a 2x right now. Just saying. Oh, that's interesting. Hash signs are an even older style of the ASCII style graphics. Oh, it didn't do it. What, did I do that wrong? No, I set it on hash time. Oh, it didn't. Oh, it changed some of the walls, not all of them. Huh. Well, I'm a little confused about that. Oh no, oh, it has to update them. That's interesting. So it's changing them as I get near them. I don't know if that's a bug or what. That actually does look a little better. Oh, see, I moved too much. Now my shock is 100%. I should probably just head to the stairs. I feel my sanity slipping. So Rogue, for instance, used hash signs, at least in the beginning. Popular one called Angband that is derived from Moria ultimately, I think still uses hash signs by default if you turn on, although I think it uses a graphical tile mode now. Anyway, there's a what's it called? A fork of Angband called Sil Q actually is the currently active one that uses some really smooth filled rectangles. Turn our tiles back on. This intro, actually, I'm not sure what these are. Whatever. Any key confirms space prompts. I don't know. I can hit space. Okay. Display hints. Yes. I guess I need hints. Always warn. This is the one I turned off because every time a monster comes into view, you have to hit space. You get a little message about it. That does seem annoying, but in this game, at least I so far really need it because, as I said, when I turn it off, I immediately moved. I went through a new room, and there turned out there were two cultists there, but I didn't notice them appearing on screen, and then I was in a bad position by the time I did see them, and I died. So I had to come turn that back on. This stuff I have not messed with. Reloading is an interesting mechanic. I don't think I want auto reload. Not sure what the delay is exactly. I mean, this is a turn-based game, so that must just be, I don't know what that is. Anyway, that's about it for options. So I wonder if I can get to the stairs before my insanity goes up. Here we go. Uh-oh. Okay. Oh. Wow, now I'm a sadist. So if I kill a big enemy, I will feel good, but I will never have. Wow. So I wonder if it's gonna. Wow, my insanity it went from 0 to 12%. No. Is it C? No. Shift C. Mental disorders, sadistic obsession. Well, I'm doing good. I have not even got down into the dungeon. Even though I'm cool-headed with 20% shock resist plus 20% shock resistance, I managed to run around this weird church until I got shocked and went slightly insane, and now I'm sadistic. Cool. Captain Droves is well on his way, but if I can work off some sadism killing monsters, That'll be fun. My shock did go down to 30%, so I can make it to the stairs without incurring further insanity, I guess. So, this is the only time you have in this game to save, I think, when you're using a staircase, I think. Most roguelikes, most of the other roguelikes I've looked at will let you save at any point. However, once you save, you often have to quit because you can't, in roguelikes, they have permadeath, so you're not allowed to, if you die, you can't just go back and reload a save. Those saves are gone. So that's why this is save and quit. And it not being able to save at any point, which seems to be the case, is interesting, and it really makes it, I think it's, again, a very intentional design choice to make you feel like you've got to, it's like, hey, it is, are you late for late for work and you really got to get going, but you just sort of stupidly went down a stage and didn't save? Well, you're either gonna be late for work or you're gonna have to try to blitz through that level of the dungeon and hope you don't die getting to the next staircase so you can save. I don't know. I think that's kind of funny. I'm not going to save because this has not been going well. And also, I don't want to save. I'm playing, so we'll just hit D to descend. So you see my shock did not reset. Am I going to be stuck at minimum 30% shock now because of my insanity? Oh boy. I wonder if that's how that works. Well, Droves, Captain Droves here is, he's off to a raging start. He's discovered a new area, though, and so I got 5% XP. You don't get experience points. You don't level up in this game by killing enemies, which will be disappointing to the newly sadistic Captain Droves. You get XP by discovering things, by finding things. And we'll see how that plays out. So here we've got some ambient sound coming in, which is pretty good. There are a lot of these gratings in the game. I don't think you can kick them down. It's not even making a sound effect. Oh, notice we started in a torchlit area. See, again, I'm wasting my shock clock as I move. We started in a lit area with this torch, and that helps keep your shock from going up too fast while you're in a lit area. But you notice there's no stairway back up. There's no going back up. So, yeah. We are down in the dungeon. And, I mean, what are you thinking at this point? It's like, well, I came down a stairway in this weird church, and then, I don't know, I can't get back up the stairs, so... Am I going to die down here? I mean... I guess you're just hoping you'll find another way up eventually. But see, all these details that he puts in these dungeons, again, these would look probably pretty weird in, it occurs to me that I wonder if this font, is that the display, when you're using non-tiles, is that what that's for, or is that for these menus? It looks like, because I'm looking at them, this is a monospace font here, so I thought that's what that was. What if I hit this? Oh, yeah, it is the menu font. I don't like that. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. And that's okay. We'll stick with this. It's got a nice period. Got an atmospheric feel. Okay, well, my shock is at 34. We better go get our hustle on, Captain. Dang it. Hustled into a dead end. Now, can I open that door down there? I think I can. Yes. I shouldn't have. Can I close that? Okay. Let's go down this open hallway. A rat thing. It seems disturbed. I'm not sure what that E means. And then we have the redundant statement there at things in my view. The blue around a creature, and it's sort of a garish thing. But that blue around it means that it currently doesn't see you, I think. But it does seem disturbed, so it's probably going to see me momentarily. I'm just going to blindside it with my machete, I guess. So there I get experience just for discovering a rat thing. I wonder if there's let's see, Tome of Wisdom. A lot of games, you know, you get these really elaborate descriptions of creatures, particularly. But I don't know if this game has that. Which probably, you know, lends itself to the mystery. And really, a lot of games go way overboard. What if I examine? Nope, just said, oh, V for description. Okay, so it does have a bit. Warped human face and vestigial hands? Ugh. 98% chance to hit. Oh, because it's unaware. Only 2% chance to remain undetected, so it is going to see me. Unsettling to behold, they can see in darkness. And is that why this game is called Infra Arcana? Infravision? Well, it's dead. So there's the blood I was talking about. See, I know I can't stand, like, I'm just not into gore and stuff myself, but somehow I don't mind this. Like, I just find this, I don't know, it works. I chopped the rat thing covertly, so that's in blue. That's, again, the stealth color. So covertly, it did not see me, and it died. Notice I did not get any experience for that. My experience remained at 8%. Now, I guess you don't have experience points. It's just shown as a percent and your level, of course. It's funny how there's these statues of, oops, I hit the wrong thing. Squirms through a big pile of debris. That's weird. Wow. I wanted to examine this statue. No, I can't. It's just a statue. Why do they have statues that look like spellcasters? So I'm backing up now. I'm going to try to be a little tactical. The Z button swaps to your, what's it called? Your prepared weapon? Anyway, you can have a ranged weapon, I think is what it is, basically. Ready to go. That's usually in your B slot. So you push Z to swap, and you'll see my tile change. Now my tile man or person is holding a gun. The gun I have specifically is the one I start with, a M1911 Colt with 7 out of 7 bullets in the magazine. So now I can shoot, and that is with the F button. And it's the targeting reticle, like V for view. I put this on the rat thing. 80% hit chance, it says. We're going to pull the trigger. Here goes. Kapow. That's all the rat thing wrote. Now I'm going to swap. Well, I guess I can just wait here. I think if I hit 5 on the numpad, it'll wait. Is there another... wrong thing. Well, you can wait 5 turns by hitting S. That's not what I want. I wonder if that searches as well. Is that why it's an S? Or is that like sleep? But the one I was thinking of specifically was just waiting a single turn. I guess not. Wow, I guess you can't wait a single turn. That's really interesting as well. And the, oh no, yeah, you can. Write it down at the bottom there. There's some more explanation about the alternate movement things. 5 or period to wait 1 turn. Okay, I was going to say that would be interesting if you couldn't wait a single turn. But that would probably be just mostly aggravating. So yeah, I thought it was period. So I guess we'll just wait and see if that other rat thing wants to mosey on down. There he is. Yeah, wow, and he just blundered by the entrance and did not see me. Now, I usually don't go this slowly when I'm playing, so I will speed up eventually. I'm just having too much fun sort of talking my way. This is as much, probably more for me than it is for you. It's just sort of teaching myself the game. See, now this one is N. What does that mean? If I can I view him? Oh no, see, you're stuck. The space thing is mildly annoying. I wish, oh, see, maybe I should put it on any key. Oh, well, that is an option. It's not going to tell me what that N means. Am I still on fire now, or am I on view? No, I'm on view. Fire, 98% chance to hit. I really shouldn't waste ammo on these guys. Yeah, let's just chop him. Gonna hit Z to switch back to the machete. I swiftly swap to a machete. Come back here. Oh, there's two. Well, great. Now I'm in trouble. What if I take a quick chop and then dodge? No, that's not going to give me enough time. See, there's an E and then there's a W. What do those mean? Okay, now I can hit him diagonally, but I don't think I can use the combination arrow keys to do that. Well, let me risk a try at that. This could be the death of me. I'm gonna hit up arrow and left arrow. Nope, that did not work. I got bit. Son of a gun. Yeah, I could have used, what I should have used was the numeric keypad, the 7 on the numeric keypad, which would be up left. Oh well, maybe live, and I learned that much. So here come the rat things. You ready for some more, rat thing? Yeah, that's right, you died, and your buddy too. Oh, you jerk. Ah! What's my hit points? 18 out of 20. Ah, 17 out of 20. I don't think they can poison, which is good, because poison really sucks. Rat thing corpse. I suppose I could pick it up, but that seems gross, so I'm not going to do that. Oh, you can kick corpses, I think. No? Oh, why am I not? Ah! Oh, I was hitting the wrong button. Kick corpse. Yeah, and I think you do that because... maybe that was another game. In some game, you want to destroy the corpses so they can't be, revived as zombies. I'm not sure if that was this game. What is this? Oh. Okay. Smoky potion. Heck yeah. Whoa, 8% XP just for finding a smoky potion. I think that's because it's the first smoky potion I've found. I'm going to try the S key, even though this will waste 5 turns. But you do heal over time. That's fairly typical of roguelikes. So if I hit S again, still didn't heal. S again, no. Shock's creeping up. Oh, great. Well, so I do have a smoky potion. Again, I don't know what that does. I'm not sure if smoky potions are always the same every game, or if what's described as smoky randomly changes to a different type of potion with different games because you have to identify it at some point properly. I don't know. I have smoke grenades. I never even thought about some of this stuff. Well, I never thought about those. You can get some pretty good pyrotechnics going right off the bat. I'm not sure. This inventory is probably class specific. All these explosives it gave me as a war veteran, I guess. Smoky potion. Well, if I get in trouble, I'll just chug it and, down the hatch. I should have gone the other way before I opened that door, but it was too late. Big room. Whoa, look at that damage. Get that. And, so I'm wielding a machete for 7 points of damage average. But I can get this, I can swap in this axe. I have a slightly lower chance to hit, but way more damage. Now this I find a little confusing. If I hit enter, the axe is highlighted. If I hit enter here, oh no, it did do it. Okay. So I put away the machete. I'm wielding an axe. Should I drop this machete? Maybe I'll keep it. I mean, I don't know if weapons can break. Maybe we'll just hang on to the machete a little. My health has gotten up to 20. Now I like how this game does hallways. I've not seen any hallways where it's just a single, like a diagonal. Like if this rubble pile was solid there, I do have one game where that could be a solid wall, and you would have to use the diagonals to get through. But I don't think this game does that, which I am very thankful for. Oh, this door's stuck. I'm gonna have to kick it. Wham! Okay, it didn't break though. Oh boy, that's a good kick the captain's toting. Now I wonder if I can get through there. No, can I kick the rubble? Oh, oh no. Oh no, I hurt myself. Well, I don't know if you can break rubble. I could probably blow it up if I really wanted to. Oh, sweet. I don't have a Winchester, though. Maybe someday. Ooh, green potion. Get me that XP for discovering it. Shotgun shells. Well, I'm getting ammo. I still only have my Colt. Speaking of which, my Colt has 6 bullets, so I don't have to reload. Reloading is a command. What is it? The R button. What's the mini-map? Oh. I guess that's cool. I don't know, how big can these levels get? Gee. I don't know how many levels there are. Why would I spoil that anyway? Well, there's a stairway down. I'm at 64% shock, so I still can explore a bit without risking more insanity. Maybe I want to just have more insanity, though. I mean, I'm a sadist now. That's pretty cool. What did it say? Did I get some kind of bonus for being a sadist? No, I guess not. That's too bad. I mean, that's probably for the best. 67% shock. I'm getting farther away from the stairway down. Jeez, these rat things. The axe made short work of that boy or girl. It could have been a girl rat. What is that? Okay. Cultist. Uh-oh. So cultists pack heat. Notice his tile has a pistol. The cultist Villumaxis S is, oh, maybe the S is, maybe that's the ASCII. No, he's a P. Well, I don't know what the S is. But see, again, this ASCII, really busy. I guess it's, if those were hashes, it might look a little better. And I think the scaling of the font, it's a little too skinny. It's skinnier than the tiles, so it gets, yeah, probably if it was just scaled wider, it would look okay. I don't think when you change this font, I don't think, oh, it did change it. So maybe one of those looks a little better with the ASCII. It's still, though, like all those little detailed tiles in some of the bigger rooms that just sort of set the mood, they just look like noise in the ASCII view. It doesn't work. All the decoration that he generates in these levels, it just becomes confusion. Anyway, now I have to fix my font and put tiles back on. Thank goodness. Okay, so we're going to gun this cultist because obviously, fanatic cultist, lowest rank, madly gibbering, or is that gibbering? Half lost language. Well, what language would that be? Latin? Occasionally learn to cast a spell or two, never with great skill, rely on mundane firearms. 98% chance to hit again because they're unaware. Slightly better chance than versus the rat thing to remain undetected. It remembers for 16 turns, which is what, 4 times as much as the rat? I don't remember. S&W Model 10 revolver. I want that. Well, Mr. Lowest rank cultist, I am going to, I'm going to hit the wrong button. I'm going to switch to my gun. I'm going to hit F to fire, to aim. Now, why is that orange? My hit chance is only 90% chance. Is that because of the range? Well, we're gonna risk it. It's still good odds. Oh, it's outside effective range, 50%. So I have a 90% chance to hit, but I'm only gonna do half damage. Well, he's packing what sounded like a big pistol. I don't particularly want to get closer to him because he might. So anyway, yes, we're gonna fire. Anyway. He missed. I hit. I'm a stud. Didn't do much damage to him though, so that is the downside. Yes. Dang it. Now he did not shoot back that time. My hit chance dropped by a lot, but he got closer to me. Is that because he's moving? I don't know. Oh wow. So that first hit I did to him, oh, that time it didn't tell me he was out of range. But then he was in range. My chance to hit was lower. Oh, that was probably because he didn't see me at first. And then anyway, that shot really did the business. I'm going to switch back to my machete. Oh, my axe. 67% shock. What was this thing? Dang it. I don't want to waste time backing up. S&W Model 10 revolver, 7.5 damage. Whereas mine is 8.5, so that's no good. But I guess I should take it in case I run out of ammo for this Colt. It's only got 2 bullets left in it. And I didn't find any S&W ammo, I don't think. Oh, well, there's his ammo probably right there. So anyway, I'm just going to take it. So if I hit Shift G, it would unload it. I'm going to hit lowercase g, and that should pick it up. These are the hints. Okay, I picked it up. 0.38 bullets. Are those for that gun? Now, I suppose what I should do, can I load that gun in my inventory, or do I have to... do I have to equip it and then load it? See, and it doesn't say... Maybe the description will say... No, just double action revolver. So there were these revolver bullets lying next to it. Oh, well, here it says. But the gun itself does not say it's a 38. So that was a little confusing. I don't know anything about guns, so I'm an idiot. So I guess I will... Now I've got 2 guns. That's not smart that I'm wielding. I'm going to hit R to reload this with the 5 bullets I picked up. Can I do that? It doesn't have magazines. It's a revolver, so I should be able to, right? Yeah. Oh, it only loaded 1 bullet when I hit reload. Wow. So that takes a turn. Wow. That's pretty good. My shock is up to 70%. Oh, but there's a fountain. That should help. So, and does going through my inventory, and equipping stuff, does that take turns? Anyway, I want my axe back, so I'm going to hit V to select the axe. Okay. So now I do have a loaded Smith & Wesson. Is that what it was? Smith & Wesson, yeah. As a backup gun. Oops, fountain, right. So that's good. Give me some of that sweet, sweet water. Maybe it'll cure my insanity or some of my shock. It did cure some of my shock. We won't take more yet because in theory it could help me if I got hurt. Violet potion. There's some more XP. My XP's up to only 32 on level 1. Altar. I don't know any spells. I do have some manuscripts. I like how it calls them manuscripts instead of scrolls. I mean, I could read... Oh, no, I don't have a scroll. Where did I think I had a scroll? Maybe that must have been a previous life. Oh, that's a dead end. Shock is at 65. What's that? Is that a statue or a cultist? I didn't get a warning. It must be a statue. Statue of a ghoulish creature. It looks like a guy holding a sword. Another fountain. Well, this is good. These statues are creeping me out, man. And then there's these chains. Rusty chains. And these things are plants? Hanging vines? There's a lot of statues down here. Like, what is this supposed to be? Is this just a normal, like, massive church basement? Is it catacombs that these weird cultists put down here for some insane reason? So that just looped back to the beginning. Minimap, I have a spot in the northeast, and that's it. Unless there's a weird branch out of that tunnel, but I'm not going to waste time. Oh no, there's a door down there. Shoot. Well, let's go that way. Oh shoot. Blam. Jeez, kicking these doors. Oh, I should have drunk from the fountain before I went down here. My shock is at 71. Well. Stench of decayed flesh. That's probably a bad sign. Loud banging. The letters are direction. Duh. Loud banging from the southwest. Well, I'm glad I figured that out. So that exclamation point, you see that sometimes when it's a creature you can't quite see. In this case, it's because of the line of sight, I guess. Because I heard it. That's really interesting. But I have seen creatures that were like right next to me and they were just exclamation points, and that's because they were like spirit creatures that I was not equipped to be able to see with my mortal eyes, and they killed me. Hopefully this isn't one of those. Uh-oh. There's a cultist. He doesn't see me, so yeah, that S means east to the south. That's kind of nice, I guess. So I'm going to shoot him. Wait a second, let's see what this one is. Still lowest rank. Oh, I have to, so I hit F, but I'm on my, see, what if hitting F auto toggled you to a firearm? Would there be a downside to that? Do you lose a turn when you switch to your, I don't know. It says he swiftly swapped. Well, I only have 3 bullets, so I will have to take a turn to reload if this turns into a long gun battle. 95% chance to hit. He's dead. Man. I guess I'm an expert marksman, adept marksman, plus 10% chance to hit. Sadistic expert, or adept marksman, we should say. Reanimated corpse, ew. Give me some XP for making the discovery of reanimated corpses. Oh, these are the ones I think maybe that you want to kick. I mean, when they're supposedly dead. I don't know. Not a good chance to hit. Well, an okay chance. They're frightened to behold. I guess that means, I wonder if that raises my shock. Just having a creature like that in view. Only got a 60% chance to hit. I am not going to shoot at him just now. Shoot, he just came right at me. Sawed-off shotgun. Do I go for the shotgun and blast him? I say yes. Oh, he moved. Oh, is he going to hit me if I swap to the shotgun? Probably. Let's do it. Sawed-off shotgun. X. Yeah, he did swing at me. So it lets me... Abort switching. Does that mean switching takes more than one turn? Oh, you didn't hurt me that bad. It was my shock going up to 75% that turned me purple. He did splash some of my blood on the wall. That was a traumatic turn. What was I gonna do? Something with the gun? I mean, I'm gonna shoot him, but I was thinking of something. Oh. Shoot, I forget what it was. Oh, yeah. What does it say about this shotgun? Shorter range, more devastating close range, 2 barrels, reloaded after both are discharged, 16 damage average. Well, get blasted, reanimated corpse. Only 80% chance to hit point blank. Holy moly. Growling voice to the northwest. More shotgun shells. Some for you too. Well, that did the number. I like this shotgun. Why did it? Oh, because it turned yellow because I have to reload. That's interesting. So we are. Sanities or shocks at 73. Oh, man. Nothing here. Shock went to 90. Great. Yeah, I'm going to get out. Why did it jump all of a sudden? Oh, it went back down. Was that because I was in a dark room? 77, 93. All of a sudden my shock goes up when I'm standing in this square. It's very dark, whereas this is not very dark. So if I go into this very darkness, my shock goes up. I guess I could turn on my lantern. What'll it go down to if I turn on my lantern? Drop to 57. All right, let's keep going with the little lantern. I like how it turned yellow when my lantern's on. All right, well that was... It taught me what a very dark area is. That was good. Okay, we're gonna hit up the fountain. It was a cursed fountain. I feel misfortunate. I think that, I mean, normally we would say unfortunate, but well, that was unfortunate. Maybe that was misfortunate. Maybe it's misfortunate when a curse is involved. I don't know. Anyway, I'm cursed. Will this tell me what that means? Minus 10% chance to hit. Evasion, stealth, and searching. 5% chance to fail when attempting to read or cast spells. It doesn't, I mean, the hit chance is the really bad thing for me right now. Okay, I'm going to use my diagonals to save time. Shock is at 83. Well, that was I didn't use my diagonal. Pit Viper. Can I hit him from here with a shotgun? That's a little excessive, but I'm pretty sure the Pit Viper can poison. So maybe it's not excessive. Oh yeah, I can blast him. So, wow, I have a really good chance to hit the... Oh, that's because he can't see me, I guess. Probably. Bye-bye, Pit Viper. I like how his blood is orange. Oh, I guess that's because it's in the yellow torchlight. I wonder if my shock will go down when I'm in this torch. So it's at 84% right now. 69, yeah, wow. Is it very dark in there? No. But it doesn't tell me what the illumination is here. See, that's scary because yeah, it changes by 20% next to this torch. 90% shock. Hopefully this will drop it a little. It did. And it dried up, but my shock is down to 75. All right, well, I think that's just about it on this level. isn't it? Yeah. Oh, I guess I missed looking at a square back there by that fountain. Did I? Oh yeah, well it's just black. That's weird. Should I go look at it? I'm curious as to, is that a thing? I should be using my diagonals here to save time. Save clock. No, I have plenty of time, whatever. I hate the numpad. I can't use those diagonals. Yeah, it was just an unexplored square. Oh, that's weird. Okay, I'm not going to go through there. 86, 87, plenty of time. Here we go. Oh man. What the heck is going on? So my shock again only goes down to 30. I think that's now that I'm a sadist. I did discuss, so every time I discover a new floor, I get some XP. So I'm still only at 42% experience. I've gone up much faster than that in a few quick little jaunts before this. Oh, this is a tomb. Yeah, so nasty stuff can come out of these. I got my trusty shotgun. Do I have another shell? There we go. This is where I had things that I could not see and fight come out and do horrible things to me on these tombs. Well, it moves a little, the lid. Uh-oh. Okay, well, maybe nothing horrible came out. Oh, something horrible came out. I'm in big trouble. I mean, maybe a flare would... Maybe if I just turn on... I have potions. Oh, geez. There's another tomb down there. Maybe the lantern will scare it. My shock's at 38. I don't know what the illumination here is. That's a little weird. I wonder if there's a way you can tell what the illumination is. It's not very dark, I guess. We'll see if the lantern lights him up a little. I mean, what does V tell me? There's a creature here. That's great. It drains spirit. I'm terrified. Now, I did, on a previous run, I was able to get some skill that kept me from being terrified. Being terrified sucks. I don't think the lantern helped at all, except for my shock, but that doesn't... Oh, I only have 2 of 3 spirit. That's kind of like mana. I think if I run out of spirit, I die. So I basically, maybe for intents of this spirit thing, I only have 2 more hit points left. Let's see. Terrified. Cannot perform melee attacks. So you just can't perform melee attacks. Good thing I have a sawed-off shotgun, but that's not going to do jack against this thing, I don't think. Minus 20% ranged hit chance. Plus 20% chance to evade. Well, that's interesting. You can evade better. Should I try to blast this thing? Doesn't tell me what my hit chance is. That doesn't seem good. Maybe if I just step away from the tomb. Well, I'm going to go down firing. Nope. I'm dead. Oh, it just went away. Nope. I stopped to reload and there it was. So I guess I just couldn't see it when I was a little ways away. Well, whatever that was bad. Captain Droves, you weird sadist with your sawed-off shotgun at level 1 still. That was an adventure. Jeez. Was 12% insane. Gained a sadistic obsession. Nothing interesting happened in the history of Captain Droves until he gained a sadistic obsession. That's nice. You get the last messages in your character's little life. Well, bye-bye, Cap. You're my top scorer in this version. We're going to stick with War Veteran for now. I'm still figuring that much out. I mean, you can be a ghoul. Does not regenerate hit points. Holy smokes. Heals by feeding on corpses. Wait on a corpse to feed. Oh, that's some advanced craziness. Exorcist. I think this is the latest class he added. I don't know if I saw that in a build note. This is your spellcaster type, I guess. You pick a spell domain. Rogue. Shock to receive passively over time reduced by 25%. That's good. Bonus to spot hidden monsters, doors, and traps. That's good. Well, has acquired an artifact, causing them to forget the present. That's an interesting way of. That's an interesting story device. Plus 45% chance to avoid detection by sight. That's probably pretty handy, but I've never been the stealth type. We're just gonna. So basically, War Veteran is your fighter. Cool-headed. I think I leveled up at one point with the previous character, and then I got a chance to pick a trait that gave me. What did I get from that spirit, that evil spirit? I was terrified. There's something that just gave me flat out terrification resistance. So that would seem really good. But you have to gain a level or two. And I don't know if that was descended from cool-headed. I'm not sure. Actually, if I hit tab, it'll show me unavailable traits. Oh no, it must have been this. Fearless. Yeah, it requires cool-headed as a prereq. Okay. So yeah, I might as well go for that because becoming terrified. Why did I hit escape? Gosh dang it. We'll just stay on cool-headed. You're not Captain Droves. He's dead. How about Sgt Baines with an E? Sgt Baines, can we visit the grave of the brave, sadistic captain? Oh, that's the wrong one. There we are. Captain Droves. Rest in peace, you sadist, you sadistic jerk. He wasn't a jerk. I don't know. I mean, he was insane. It's a brown area. Left or down? Do I go? I mean, I feel like if I was a more experienced player, I would know if you go towards the big area or the narrow area first. Probably the big area. Yeah, that was the right choice. But I'm going to leave the door undisturbed and go down here. See, again, I'm not minding my clock by hitting my diagonals, which so basically I spent 2 turns getting here instead of 1 if I'd used a diagonal, whatever. Well, yeah, so maybe I mean, I do have my hand right near the shift and control catarrh. I could have held control and hit right, and it would have taken a diagonal. That would have been smart. That would have been a smart play. But see, here I could have taken a diagonal out of that door. I just don't want to. I'm lazy. But if I get in trouble, maybe I will. So shift goes up, so let's see if that'll work. It worked. Stench of decayed flesh. I don't know what that means unless that contributes to shock. I hit shift instead of control. Okay, uh-oh. So is this a good time to take a pot shot at him because he doesn't see me? My chance to hit should be good. Is he going to see me quickly if I take a turn to swap weapons? He didn't see me yet. Oh, I moved. Ah, I forgot to hit F. Heck with it. I don't think these things poison you. I'm just going to machete him. Rest in peace. And actually, no, don't rest in peace. Yeah, oh, okay. This is where I learned it. The machete has a bonus to destroy corpses. Very useful against certain types of monsters. So, yeah, it's because some monsters can reanimate. Actually, I wonder... No, I can't get more stats on this corpse now. Let me see the machete, though. Can be used for destroying corpses more effectively. It doesn't give you a stat for that. Its attack damage is automatically used instead of the kick damage. Oh, I see. Well, that's interesting. But you do still hit the kick key? Well, that messed the hell out of that corpse. Or heck. Is that a secret? Yeah. Well, not really a secret, but you know. Why is this wall green? Moss-grown stone wall. We're just gonna machete the rat. Oh, there must be a cultist down there. I hear a revolver being fired. I am hit. I'm wounded. Okay, so wounds are a specific thing. You have this medical bag, or at least my war veteran has this medical bag that you use to treat wounds or infections. And so you can cure that wound. I'm not sure what... Well, let's see my character sheet. For each wound, minus 5% melee chance to hit. Minus 10 to evade. So I don't have a minus firearm hit chance, so that's good at the moment. Oh, minus 10% hit points. Reduced hit point. Oh, man. Walking takes extra turns of 3 or more wounds. So that's a lot of wounds. I only have 1 wound, so it's okay. But can I shoot at... There's a creature here. It says I can fire it. It doesn't tell me what my hit chance is. Heck, take that, you scumbag. Muttering incantations. Oh, he cursed me. This guy's a jerk, so he can hide inside that doorway. I wonder if I turn the lantern on, would that help me? Cursed me, what the heck? Try the lantern. There he is. 9 health. This gun battle is going real bad. Only 60% chance to hit. 2 wounds now. Thank goodness. Well, and a rat thing traipses into view. You jerk rat thing. I got no mood for you. Oh no. Jeez. Did the rat thing drop ammo, or was it... No, it must have been from the cultist. Well, that was rough. Okay, so we got to treat this wound, these 2 wounds now. Activate A, medical bag. B, a wound is healed. Can I just hit B again? Is there a... No. Is there I think there's a command to repeat. Some games have a command to repeat what you just did. Do I have to go back to my inventory? Maybe. I don't know. Well, I healed my wound, so that worked easily, but I am pretty badly hurt. I guess I could just press the period key to wait here and try to heal. My shock is at 0%, which is a little surprising, actually. Now, wait, what kind of weapon do I have? I have a Colt. Semi-automatic, no, it does use magazines. So if I reloaded it, it would just be partial magazine, and I don't know. I mean, I would, so yeah, if I reloaded it now, it would pop in a full magazine, then I would have a partial magazine in my inventory, which I don't really want. I don't know, just wait. So I'm gonna, oh, my lantern. Wow, my shock, oh, it's because I had the lantern on that the shock was at 0%. So I'm hitting, I could hit S to wait 5 turns. Should I risk that? I didn't want a monster to jump into view. I'm hitting S now, though. Well, 15, we're probably good. Or good as I feel like getting. There's some 38 bullets, but I don't have a... Did he drop a gun? Oh, yeah, there it is. A flare gun. Well, that's straight out of blood. No ammo. What does it say about a flare gun? I'm wearing a flak jacket. That's cool, I guess. What does the flak jacket do? Minus stealth and dodging. Doesn't say what armor. Oh, well, 3 in brackets, so I guess that's 3 armor. Flare gun. Launches flares. Not designed to function as a weapon. Well, yeah. But what does it do as a weapon? I guess it just fires flares. Maybe it just makes it easier to use the flares if you want to project them a long distance. There's another tomb. It's very dark here. My shock is at 49 in the darkness, in the very darkness. Smith & Weapon revolver. Ornate tomb. Dagger. I guess I'll take the dagger. I don't really know why. Should we risk the tomb? Switch to my machete. Oh, shoot. Oh, it's blocking the exit. I'm dead. God, I mean, what are you supposed to do about this? Oh, no. Oh, I am just trapped. Click up. Okay. That's probably going to kill me. I'm going to die in one more hit anyway. Well, these tombs are rough. I probably should not open tombs. At least until I have some means of combating these spirits who seem to inhabit most of them. I'm going to die in this dark little hole. I could at least turn on my lantern and annoy it. I could drink the smoky potion, or the clotted potion. That'll probably kill me before it does. Maybe that would annoy it. Let's go for the potion. Down the hatch. Potion of invisibility. I'm cloaked. Is that going to save me? Holy smokes. Is that why it was there? I guess it's a good thing I didn't turn my lantern on. I am, of course, terrified. No. Oh, no. Can I get it to go away? Yes. Run for it. Wow, the invisibility. Invisibility? I'm so excited I can't talk straight. The invisibility wore off. I think the terrified wears off eventually. The terror, I guess one would say. Yeah, it did. Well, that was a narrow escape. That was exciting. Okay. Did I had potions when I was facing that last creature with the good captain, didn't I? I guess I should have chugged them. Who knows what would happen? Uh-oh. There was a click. Does that mean I'm standing on a trap? I'm guessing it means I'm standing on a trap. Could I drop something and step off? Is there something we can drop? A gas mask. 60. Oh, limited useful lifespan. Aiming is more difficult. I could drop the dagger. I could drop the flare gun. I guess the dagger's the least useful at the moment. I don't know if that would weigh down a pressure trap enough, but... Oh! I should have put my gas mask on, I guess. Oh, well, it only paralyzed me. So the dagger did not stop it from going off. There's still... Is it going to spread from there? Maybe I should put the gas mask on at the moment, just in case. I'm wearing my gas mask. A gas trap. Well, at least I can get out. If I step away, it's not spreading. So I'm going to take the mask off because it's limited time. Shoot. How do I... Arg. Oh, I can use disarm trap. How do I take my mask off without dropping it? This is a basic inventory management thing that I don't know. How do these games do this? Wield, equip, remove. Is there a remove command? There's no remove command. I just have to go into inventory. What's disarm trap? Disarm trap is P. Okay, I want to take this off. I hit enter. Taking off my gas mask. Let's go disarm the trap with P. Hey. I wonder if that's a roll or is that just automatic? I mean, why would I as a level 1 be able to do that so easily? Who knows? There's another trap. Well, at least I spotted it before I stepped on it. I get only 1% XP for spotting a fire trap for the first time. Well, let's not set it off. Actually, I think something you can do is if I lured enemies through here, I could say retreat down this hallway to the east that I just came through, and maybe from the mouth of that hallway throw. Oh shoot, I don't have the dagger. Well, I could throw a throwing knife into the trap if the monsters were next to the trap and set the trap off. So maybe we'll leave it and try. Oh geez, spider web. See, should we try the dagger trick on rat thing? It doesn't see me yet. If I hit T, is that throw? Yes. I don't have a shot at the trap from here. Shoot. Dang it. I mean, I could just throw a grenade. Well. If I go for the doorway on a diagonal, he'll get too close. Well, maybe I could, blast him from... this would be stupid, but at least I'd find out if it works unless I can't throw over him. No, I can. We'll go for it. I set off the fire. It did not hit the rat. Maybe it will next turn. I feel like I should retreat, but then the rat would be able to get out of any fire. Dilemmas. I should just hit him, I suppose. Well, he's dead. So there's a raging fire there. Is it going to just stay there? I guess it does. So these traps so far have just been single square, single tile. Well, my knife is on fire. I guess it's pretty bright there. Still can't tell exactly how bright. Ooh, some deep water. Can I'll have to swim it. Swimming, it says. Uh-oh. How did I sense this creature here? I guess I can see over that rubble. Oh, it's a cultist. We're both swimming and he's wielding a gun at me. Can I shoot at him? If I'm swimming, I don't know how this is going to work. And I can't. No, I could switch to my gun. I'm still swimming? What's my chance to hit going to be? Not while swimming. Oh, well, it's 0 then. Well, he can't. That means he can't shoot at me from there. So I currently have, except I'm still swimming. Gosh. Oh, but I can machete while swimming. Yeah. So that means I should go after this guy in the water. You're dead, buddy. Don't bring a gun to... Oh, he kicked me. Well, that's cute. You poor chumps. Don't bring a gun to a machete swim fight. Got blood all over that wall. Oh. Now the rat thing, of course, I'm sure can do all of its bites and claws. One thing, there's a fairly popular roguelike right now called Brogue, which is takes inspiration from Rogue, I guess, considering the name, and it's the basic setup where you start in a dungeon, I think, is the same. But it uses a lot, like, it'll have pools of water crossing rooms in a lot of the dungeons, and I just looked at it really briefly, but I found the extensive use of water blockades a little much. Also, it uses a lot of really sort of elaborate gradient ASCII coloring, which was also a little... Find a way to open it. I suppose I can't kick it open. What is it? See, I could use a description here. It says can't open it, but what is it? A metal door. Okay. So I'm guessing I will hurt myself if I try to kick it, so I'm not going to. Can I see what this goodie in here is? A metallic potion. Well, that doesn't sound healthy. Shock is at 51. Uh-oh. 52, and ambient music is kicking in. Stairway down. What are those? Raven. Oh, it's just one. That other thing's a switch. Well, since it can't see me, I guess I should shoot it while I have a good chance of hitting it. 98% hit chance. So that opens that middle door, I'm sure. Oh, what's this? Bookshelf. Dang it, I hit Z instead of V. Why did I do that? Well, I got a manuscript, i.e. a scroll. Envy sucks Vigra. Okay. I got XP for that. No more items of interest. I suppose I could kick the bookshelf. I don't want to be on my gun. Ah! So that's interesting. That door still looks closed, but I can't actually see down there. I wonder if there's, like, if you're running out of air while swimming or something. I'm at 66% weight. Maybe I should drop some junk. Especially if I'm going to be doing a lot of swimming. I don't know. Didn't auto pick up. Metallic potion. Do I have any junk? I mean, the flare gun. Light to carry. These guns. Gas mask. Oh, that's very light. Manuscript, very light. I don't have anything really heavy that I picked up extra then. Machete's heavy. Black jacket's fairly heavy. So I got a scroll and a potion in there. A wolf? Where did you come from? I suppose there must be monsters that spawn over time. I wonder if that was this guy. So that fire, is that fire still there, or can I just not see there yet to see if the fire's gone out? Should I shoot the wolf from here? Should I waste bullets? I mean, should I use bullets? What do we got on wolves? So it auto-targeted when I hit V. It was automatically on the wolf. Large wolf, eyes full of cunning. Good chance to hit. That's in melee combat. Well, I'm not wielding firearm. Why didn't it auto-switch? I can't hit it from here. Well, it says 90% hit chance, but I bet if I hit F... Yeah, oh, it's weapon range. Oh, so is that showing me that I only have like a 3 or 4 square range with this thing? Well, forget it. Or is it because that statue's in the way? Probably the statue. I wonder if I can fire through the fire. Fire through the fire. Well, he's just going to go around the fire. What's he going to do? Still don't have a clear shot. Oh, he's going to stand in the fire. Well, machete time on this flaming wolf. Shoot. He got 2. Did he miss me twice? Are wolves super fast? You're on fire, buddy, and you're getting chopped with a machete. That was a poor tactical decision. Well, the wolf died. Now it's going to smell like roast wolf in here. It probably already does. Jeez, that wolf. I mean, some of these animals seem a little crazed. Like, why are they after me so bad? I mean, I am invading their weird home. Why do they live down here? This is a very, very strange environment. I guess they must be some kind of evil. Everybody down here is kind of crazy. Speaking of crazy, where am I going? Oh, there's a door up there. Shock is at 64%. Only this door in the northwest. Guess we'll go for it. Ah, jeez. Do we take the shot? Of course. I'm good at blasting doors. I only have 1 bullet left in my gun. In my magazine. Uh-oh. What are these things? Just hanging vines? Oh, can I chop them with my machete? Like if I kick? No? Oh, come on. I have a machete. I can't take out hanging vines. That is a missed opportunity. Maybe if in some game I was looking at, you oops, that's the wrong button. Question mark, command list. You could like hold shift and hit an attack key or something to stand in place while swinging your weapon. I don't think this game has that. I mean, it did say that it uses my machete damage if I kick while having the machete equipped. So, in theory, I am doing everything I could be doing to chop these vines with the machete, but it's not working. So I guess it just doesn't have that in the game. Oh well. Got some axes. Do I already have an axe? Oh, it's a hammer. It's a hammer that looks like an axe. 7 damage. My machete is 7 damage. Wait, that was the hammer? Plus 1%? Or plus 1 what? What is the plus 1? I guess I'll have to pick it up and see. If I had a hammer. Well, it's got a bonus to hit. But what's the plus 1 in brackets? Is that just the hit plus? It's good for destroying corpses too. Well, it's got a bonus to hit and it does the same damage, so I guess I'll equip it. I should probably drop the machete. The hatchet, that's only 5, but it's plus 15% to hit. It's still got that bracket plus 1. So what is the bracket plus 1? I don't think I want to trade 7 damage. Well, that's plus 10% to hit. I mean, that's no small bean, so I will just pick it up. I'm getting a lot of weight. 78% weight. Too many choices. Tough choices I can't make. I guess that's how you accumulate a big inventory. I have to go all the way back there for the stairs. 74%. I should be fine. I should use diagonals at this point, but, you know. Should I get my dagger? Plus 20% chance to hit. Oh, forget it. That's more weight. Wow, that fire trap is still raging. Actually, I can disarm it, can't I? Do I get XP for this? I disarmed it. A warm throwing knife, you would say. Oh, I should pick that up, shouldn't I? I have a stack. I'll use my diagonals here like a clever person. Well, I'm purple because the insanity is creeping up, but I made it with plenty of time. Down we go. All that was level 1, or depth of 1. Got the atmospheric sounds. I think another advantage maybe of not running full screen. I noticed when I was running full screen, it seemed like if I task switched, it would reset it would stop playing the ambient music when I task switched back in. And it would have to wait for the next sound cue, you know, to start playing some more ambient sound. Something like that. Is that a bloody wall or a... Doesn't say. That's moss grown. How is that moss grown? That's kind of funny. Got some chains. Oh, well, that was uneventful. We have a moss-grown wall. Could that be a secret? No. Or at least if it was, I did not detect it. Pillars. Statues. I guess the point of the statues is to freak you out and make you think, oh, it's a cultist. No, it's just a statue. Oh, I did find a secret. Plus 2% XP for me. Who's the cool kid? Sgt Baines. Ah, jeez. I sprained myself on the door. What is that? Broken pillar. There's an altar. There's another broken pillar. There's blood. Okay, we knew that. Look at that axe. Minus 5% chance to hit, but 11 damage. It's got plus 3 in brackets. Is that just... I don't know what the squiggly brackets means. Well, let's pick it up for goodness sakes. Sakes. Yeah, it's a lot more damage. Okay, I feel like metallic potions are malign. Oh, so that was what I saw a hint earlier. I don't remember if I had started recording then that if you hang on to a potion, or I was looking at a potion, it said I feel like if I kept this with me, I would learn more about it or something. Let's drop some stuff. So I guess I mean, what else could I do with the potion? I could throw it. Well, maybe we'll try throwing it. Okay, so I have an axe. I have a machete. The axe probably isn't good for. Well, it's used for breaching doors and destroying corpses. Oh, sweet. I don't think the machete's used for doors. No. So let's drop the machete. I dropped the machete. Weight 78%. Probably some other things I could drop. Bibox Cruo manuscript. Get Bibox Cruo. I wonder, like, if I was more, perceptive type, if I would learn things faster. So this is just an altar. I could read the manuscript here, but I don't think I want to do that. I have 2 manuscripts. I wonder if these will say if I will learn something about. Yeah, perhaps keeping it for a while will reveal something about it. But see, this doesn't say that anymore. If it ever did, it just says it's malign. I'm going to throw it. Yeah. I mean, I should probably wait until there's an enemy, but I don't know what it would do. Yeah, maybe I'll chuck it at the next enemy. Maybe I should save it for an evil spirit. But if it was an evil spirit, it might enjoy it. Ah, well, that was quick. Manuscript's title Invsux Vigra belong to the clairvoyance domain. That's interesting phrasing. So clairvoyance, would that tell me like stuff I can't see yet? How is that useful? Like, how would I know when to use that? Would I use that? Maybe I would use that if I saw like the exclamation marks for whatever reason. There's a lot of these. This is a construction that I see a lot. These sort of concentric walls. Can you kick chains? No. I guess those are it's just there to waste my time. Waste my shock. Yeah, that dropped my shock 20%. Okay. Got a bunch of wizard statues. These tiles, I think if you go and look at the site of the Oryx Design Lab site, you can buy these tile packs from them. The author of Infra Arcana, he says there's a credits text that comes with the game, I think is where I read it, and he says that he worked closely with a specific person at Oryx, or maybe they're the only person at Oryx, I don't know, he names them, I forget the name, to develop the tiles. So it sounds like they were really working together to come up with the tiles he used. I wonder then, I mean, could he have gotten something that was a little less fantasy setting for this particular dungeon? Because these wizards seem kind of odd. I mean, maybe they're supposed to look like cultists. I mean, I guess you could say that maybe, it's like a cardinal or something. I don't know. With his staff of office. So there's a gas trap. I guess I'll just use P on it, or that sounds weird. I'll just wait. Well, see, the last gas trap I hit only erupted in a single space, though, so that probably wouldn't be of much tactical use. It's not like it would explode to envelop surrounding creatures if I backed off and tried to throw something at it, you know? And these statues block my throwing path to it anyway. I'll just disarm it. I don't really need to anyway. So I don't get XP for disarming traps. I guess I don't have a big problem with that. Unless maybe I was a rogue, I might feel like I should. But then again, like a warrior doesn't get XP for killing enemies, so no, you shouldn't. Okay, so that first thing is a statue, but that second thing is a pit viper. I'm going to throw this metallic potion at it. I probably don't have a clear shot right here. Oh, I do. Sweet. 98% hit chance because he doesn't see me yet? Yeah. Sweet. Take metallic potion. Sucker. Malign metallic potion even. It paralyzed him. I've identified a potion of paralyzation. So how did I get paralyzed? It was that gas trap that paralyzed me before. So that's purple? Was that a... So can I get up to him before he becomes unparalyzed? Or should I just shoot him? I guess we can see how... Oh, he's unparalyzed. Gosh dang it. And now he's harder to hit. A lot harder to hit. Gosh darn it. Oh no, he dodged. I mean, he's close to dead. I should, you know, gut it out and machete him, but I'm kind of tempted to throw some explosive at him. I wouldn't want to blow up this. What is this? It's just going to tell me about him. Fierce predator. Venom dripping from its fangs. They cannot be harmed by poison. It doesn't tell me they can poison me, but I believe they can. Bookshelf. Search the bookshelf. Manuscript Palex Caecux. Sure. Get a lot of XP from those. Can I hit that stupid viper from... Oh, no ammo. How long is it going to take to reload? Is this a good time to reload? Maybe I'll retreat a step. Reload? Yeah, hit R. Well, that was a fast reload. I guess that's what magazines are for, huh? Not a good chance to hit him behind that statue. Are you just going to sit around back there, you Dickens? Sure is. You know, I would just live and let live. Nope, he's coming for me. Ah, dang it. Gosh, dang it. Well, that wasn't optimal. What am I doing? Man, I still haven't leveled at all. Oh boy. Oh, that's the wrong button. I keep hitting Z instead of V. A carved monolith. Recite the inscriptions. Well, it didn't tell me there were inscriptions. It did say carved. Plus 20% XP. Cool. I was just complaining that I hadn't managed to level. I'm a little closer. If I could find another carved monolith, that'd be sweet. 43% shock. There's a stairway down. Blam with my axe. Uh-oh. Vicious snakes. Cracks in the floor. Oh, holy moly. I'm surrounded by spitting cobras. This sucks. This is bad. I mean, I could like lob some explosive thing at the two down there. But I mean, first you have to light something, and they would be on me by then, wouldn't they? I think I would have to light a stick of dynamite before I could throw it. Or Molotov, for that matter. Yeah, I don't know. I threw a dynamite like the first thing I did in my first run of the game. It was pretty cool, but I can't even throw it right now. I would have to equip it, I think. That would take a turn, and the spitting cobra would be on me. Actually, if it can spit, then it'll be on me all that much faster, maybe. If it can do a ranged attack. Shoot. Well, I think I'm just going to run towards the exit. Okay, they didn't move yet. That's good. Maybe I should shoot this one. I don't like getting poisoned, you see. Are they asleep? I mean, is this going to... Oh, they're not asleep. I don't know why they aren't chasing me. Are they illusory? Is that a word? I don't have a good chance to hit. What the heck? I don't want to waste bullets. I mean, 60%. Oh, wow. Well, that sucked. Now I can't see. Cannot see. Minus 20% hit chance. Minus 52 evaded attacks. Well, I guess I can still use ranged, and I'm not wielding a firearm. Oh, right. It's just... oh, I can't... I fire here a ricochet. He's still spitting at me. This is bad. I guess I'm just going to charge. Jeez. Wow. This was unfortunate. So I have a clairvoyance manuscript. Let's try another manuscript, I guess. Palix Kakux or Bibox Cruo? Bibox Cruo, can you save my butt? No, because I'm blind, I can't read. If it was a potion, I could have done it. I don't have any potions. This is real bad. I don't think popping my lantern would help me. And I'm poisoned. I'm going to die. It's just... Okay, I got him out. Oh, man. No. Go away. They can spit at me, so they can still hit me, I think. Oh, maybe they can't spit while they're moving. Well, we're in a race for the stairs. Oh, now they can't see me. Are they not going to come after me? Gosh, the poison's probably going to kill me. Looks like they're retreating. Well, that was a really unfortunate little squirmy snake sneaking out of the floor thing. I guess I survived somehow. Luckily, no longer blind. 65% shock. Getting my health back. So I hit the period button here. 68% shock. The only other place to explore is a long way away. I have not really optimized my exploration. I mean, 68% shock is kind of... I would probably have enough time, but maybe it would be cutting it close. I don't have a proper feel for... I mean, I was at 30% shock when I came in here, so I guess I could... That should be okay. Well, it would definitely be okay if I turn on my lantern, so I guess I should go for it. should probably be optimizing my diagonals with the numpad here. Arg. I don't like you, numpad. God. I don't need to shoot rat things. It's a waste of ammo. What? Oh, it's a cultist. Great. Wow, that's a good crossfire. So the rat thing, was the rat thing just his bait? Oh boy. Oh, he had a shotgun. I probably should have checked that. Well, Sergeant, nice knowing you. Wow. Wow. Oh man. I still didn't level up. Well, that's way too long for me tonight. Well, so that was Infra Arcana. I am bad at it. I don't think I leveled up that time either. I was closer. Oh no, I didn't. Oh, that's dungeon level 2. Gosh dang it. Well, I've still got a. So that was a tactical error. I did not check what weapon that cultist had, and I somehow didn't think he was gonna get within firing view of me that quickly. Ouch. So note to self, if cultist has gigantic looking firearm thing in his tile graphic, see, that's another thing you wouldn't get with the ASCII, would you? Then don't let him get within close range of you. Holy smackers. That was a good little trap for the unwary right there. Oh dear. Well, I had twice the score of the poor Captain Droves. And I was not insane at all, so I guess that was a little better. So there you go, Infra Arcana. I'm having fun with it. I think I'll keep playing it. I think I'll be doing these episodes when I have time, which will probably means, just whenever I can manage them on weekends. So it probably won't be super regular, but we'll see what I can manage. I think so I've just been playing fighting games for the past 2 or so years, maybe more than that. I've played nothing but fighting games, which is cool. I like fighting games, but I've been thinking all that time, like once in a while I would get an itch and I would get interested. I was looking in other types of games just for, I don't know, a change of pace, a different flavor. I was looking at roguelikes, that's what I'm playing now. What are they called? Souls, the Souls series. I was looking at maybe getting Dark Souls 2 for PS4. But I never quite got inspired to pull the trigger on a Souls game. And ultimately I decided I wasn't going to. But then I don't know, I saw in a video, it was I think it was to get like a very early version of the original Rogue. But those early versions, I was hoping to find one that did not have in really grotesque ASCII graphics, because some of the early ones do. And this one has tiles. You can turn tiles on or off. The tiles here are the Oryx tiles. As you see, it says they're tiles by Oryx, which are, the Oryx Design Lab. I'll put a link to them in the description too. I think it's just oryxdesignlab.com or dot something. Anyway, so the very detailed little single color character art, it looks very sharp here as well, and probably a little more suited to the fantasy setting. Rogue plays very quickly. You'll see in the next episode that I record of roguelikes, you'll see that it's very streamlined, you could say, but it was the first game, so it was just relatively uncomplicated, basically. You're just shooting through these big rooms and long corridors, and it's single screen, so you don't have to scroll the display. You're just rampaging around your single screen, then you find a stairway into the next single screen level of the dungeon. Really fast-paced, turn-based dungeon crawling, and it's super fun. Just really, and you can just really tell that a really good sense of design and what could be accomplished and what would be fun. And I heard, for instance, I've been listening to a podcast called Roguelike Radio, and they haven't updated in a year or so. So maybe it's kaput now. I don't know, but they had like 150 episodes already in the can. They had an interview with one of the developers of this game. I forget who it was, which of these, Michael Toy, Ken Arnold, or Glenn Wichman. Yeah, it was this game, and he was saying that they were able to test it because they were at a university where they were developing this. They were, they had a computer lab of other students who were very happy to test their development versions of the game. So they had this opportunity as they were making the game with this very willing and engaged test audience. So they were really able to polish this thing, and because it's a relatively uncomplicated game, it doesn't have a ton of systems that you find in these latter day or roguelikes, or the roguelikes that have still been developed continuously for decades. It doesn't have all that stuff, so they were really able to polish up the functions that it did have, and it really shows. You see, this is SDL version by Donnie Russell II. You can download, this is version 2.5. You can download that from Russell's own site. There's Oryx has a version on their site, and there's I think Rogue Basin, that wiki, for instance, describes the Oryx download page as the official page for Classic Rogue, but they're only hosting an older version, which actually did not run properly on my Windows 10 computer. So I've definitely tracked down Donnie Russell II's site and get his version, which I think is more recent. Yeah, so that'll be in the next bonus episode I managed to squeeze in between my usual fighting game episodes. Just some Rogue, which is, of course, the first real roguelike. There were other games, in the adventurer vein, but this was kind of the first one that really had this particular formula we know these days as being a roguelike. It's interesting. It says copyright 1981, but I've seen that, for instance, the wiki, Rogue Basin wiki, says that Rogue came out in 1980. I think Wikipedia says that as well. And it went through, like, at one point they tried to release it commercially. Anyway, I'm going too far into this now. I need to save some of this good stuff for the next episode. But it's a surprisingly just really pleasant game to play, and it's just super fun. So we will be doing that. I will be doing that next time, and hopefully it'll be a little entertaining. There will definitely be less exposition on the various keys and functions. And there's some nice streamlining of the interface, in fact, that he came up with, that Donnie Russell II implemented in this version, which just makes it fairly handy if you don't want to memorize key commands, because there is a graphical menu that you can use that works pretty well on its own. So yeah, that'll be coming up. It does have sounds. It doesn't have ambient music type sounds like Infra Arcana. It just has, you know, hacking and slashing sounds, and they're pretty loud, but they work well, I find. That and the tiles, it really makes it look like, as I was saying, some of the ASCII art for the earliest versions of Rogue was pretty like the character, instead of an @ sign, which is kind of the standard ASCII symbol, it's a smiley face, this hideous yellow smiley face. It's really actually kind of hard to look at, but you will find some public domain versions, later public domain versions, because this game was distributed as a part of these, I guess they were public domain or freely distributed anyway, software packages that the university, for instance, was sending out to other academic computer labs or something. So that's really how the game was able to spread around to, you know, basically other computer using people at these other universities who were also on these terminals that could run this program. Anyway, this is a Windows version. It's got modern amenities. It's pretty sweet. And that will be next time. Thanks for watching. And until next time, I will say good night.